Okay, hello everybody. This is Tuesday's English lesson for you. And first of all, I just want to thank you all by saying that I'm very pleased to see so many of you engaging so well in the work yesterday. Especially, I want to thank the people who managed to get it submitted in early, particularly your English and Irish submitted in early. That's a big help to me, and I'm grateful and glad that you could do that. Okay. Um, I just want to say about the English, I think that we're going to, it would be a good idea certainly to read over the story again today. No harm to read over Down to Earth one more time. This time, as you're reading through, it should be easier to work on two of our comprehension strategies. Prediction isn't really relevant anymore because we've already done that. But your visualization, it would be easier now that you're familiar with the story to use your visualization comprehension strategy as you're reading the story. What does that mean? Making that little movie in your head as you're reading it. And the other thing, of course, is one of the more complicated comprehension strategies is we're coming up to it here is synthesizing. And synthesizing is what they call one of those higher order comprehension strategies. So it's maybe not just as straightforward as some of the other ones we have, but it should be easier for us to do the synthesizing now on our second day reading the story because we have a better understanding of it. Okay, so please do read the story again. Um, I'm going to skip forward to the next page where you did yesterday was questions A, B, and C. And today we're on to the questions that are on D, E, F, and G. Okay. Um, on D, we're coming up with prefixes. So like that, you'll see a box in your Google document for your prefixes, and you'll see a box or a table that I have put into your Google document where you put in the answers for question D. Question E, we're looking at adverbs, and an adverb tells us more about a verb. So we've got some examples given there, but very often most adverbs will end in ly, ly, or ily. So we've words there like completely, steadily, and certainly. Okay, and by doing the exercises, we'll become more familiar with exactly what adverbs are. Okay. Now, I mentioned that I had a Google Doc prepared for you, and it's in your Tuesday the 19th English and Irish assignment. So when you go into your email, you can click on this, which will bring you to it, or you can go straight into your classroom, which will bring you to it. Okay, you can open up your assignment, and when you open up your assignment, you'll see, just like we had yesterday, you'll see your Tuesday 19th English assignment. Down here, there's some instructions. You've got your Google Doc here. You will also see a video here. When you open yours, the video will be here. So please watch the video first and then go ahead and look at your Google Doc. Okay? Your Google Doc for Tuesday the 19th includes this template, which is ready. Question D, as I mentioned, part 1 and part 2. You just have to type the answers like they are in the boxes. Question E, what is an adverb? So you please in here give your definition of the adverb and then the answers to the questions A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay. Question E, again, the table is prepared for you. And question F, there's a table prepared for you. Okay. Now, this is not something that I intend to continue doing. I'm doing this now so that you understand how it's done. But ultimately, it's also developing your own computer skills if you can add these things yourself. So I might, for the first few days this week, provide these templates, but I'm not going to continue to do that. Now, anyone who's curious how this gets added in, how do you do these kind of tables? How do you add them in? It's not really that difficult. For example, here I see I have to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers. So what I did was I just inserted a table, and then it asks me, when you click on insert, it'll say insert what? Insert table, and then you show how many rows and how many columns you want. So for this table here, for example, I put in 6 columns and 2 rows. And then I just dragged these columns over to make these ones very small. This one, and this one. So I'd have just be able to label them A, B, C, D, E, and F, but I left these ones bigger for putting in the answers. So really you just go to insert, table, and put in that thing. As I say, today and tomorrow I will continue to do that, but maybe on Thursday will you give the first day where you actually just will have a blank document and you'll be inserting your own table. Okay? So yeah, today you've got D, E, and F, which is F is research about NASA and write 4 interesting facts about that. Okay? And for G is your recount writing. Just a wee few things about recount writing. Okay? You can either do it on your copybook or you can do it here as a Google Doc. If you do it on the copybook, you'll be taking a photograph of what you write and uploading the photograph. Okay? There is a very helpful template on how to do this, which is on what? I've written it here now. Yes, you can use the template in your portfolio book, page 85 in your portfolio book, for planning and writing your story. So you might actually even write it in your portfolio book. There is space there for it. Okay. For recount writing, the things that have to be included in it, at the start, you have to ask yourself when, who, where, what, and why. Okay. So you're recounting a story. That means you're recounting or retelling something that happened. Very often we do this recounting something like in our personal experience. In schools, very often. This year now, when we started off in September, we did narrative writing because we entered into the Allingham Arts competition. But a very usual practice would be that in September, the first style of writing or the first genre of writing you might do is recount writing, and pupils might be encouraged to recount what they did over the summer. So you're telling a story about something that happened and you're recounting that story. Okay? So in recount writing, you usually start off with when, who, where, what, and why. And this introduces us to the characters and the setting. So it tells where you were, who was with you, when this happened, what you were doing, and it sets the story up. Okay? Once you've got the story set up, you list 3 or more events in a sequential order. So in sequence, what happened? And the words we kind of use when we're talking about in sequence, we might say, first this happened, then this happened, after that this happened, and finally this happened. Okay, so those kind of words bring the story into sequence. We do it in chronological order or in sequence order, and we tell the story as the events happened one after the other. All right, and then we finish off with a concluding statement or a concluding paragraph, and this is to wrap the story up to bring an end to our written account. Okay. You can choose to write your story here if you want, or you can choose to write it in your portfolio, not your in your copy, and take a photograph of it and send it to me. Okay, and that's today's English. I'm going to end this video here as regards English and moving on to the Irish. But before I do, the other wee thing that I want to mention is that you should also look over your spellings. Even though we haven't started, we'll do better English tomorrow. But I would like if you take a look at the spellings you've got this week. Look over your spellings in better English as well. And the other thing is in relation to our class novel, which is The Boy with the Striped Pajamas. And I have emailed your parents to let them know that I am going to send you a copy of The Boy with Striped Pajamas by email. So you would be able to look at that on screen, I suppose, on your computer or on your tablet or on your phone or whatever. But I also have all the books up in the school. And you can go and collect those books in school today between 11:30 and 1 o'clock. Mrs. Lewis will be there today, so you can collect them from her today, or tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be there from the same time. So if you want to call up to me Wednesday at 11:30 to 1 o'clock. They're all up outside the office, so you can go in the front door, and there's a sheet there that you have to sign just to say that you've got that. Okay, so that's all for our English video. You can fill in your Irish. For those of you who are doing Irish, I'll do a separate video for the Irish, and you can do your Irish work on the same document and turn the two of them in together. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.